Hello, I am Kara from Borrowed Blessings, and if you're not familiar, I have a blog that primarily shares Vacation Bible School resources and ideas. So when I was a kid, Bible school was very impactful for my faith foundation. I grew up in the church, but Bible school is really one of the cornerstones I think my faith was built on. My parents were always very involved with Bible school. And so I think that just led me to be passionate about it as an adult. So I'm now a Vacation Bible School director on a volunteer basis at our church. And so I just wanted to share with you my unboxing video of this year's Roar VBS, which is put on by Group Publishing. I actually ordered my starter kit from Concordia just because they had a, I believe it was 10% off sale going on. Now you do not get the free gift from Group if you order it from another retailer, but I did the math and found that this year's free gift from Group is a drum, and I found a similar drum I could order on Amazon if I decided I wanted one that was less expensive than the 10% price difference. So that is why I ordered from Concordia. So I did just a moment ago cut open the box, but I have not actually gotten anything out yet. So we will pull out the can here so you can see it. Also down in this box is a 2019 VBS guide, which is a publication that Concordia puts out. Even if you are not planning to purchase your supplies from Concordia, or even if you're not sure that you want to use Roar VBS, I would highly suggest going to their website and requesting one of these. It's completely free, and it has the basics about all of the big Bible school programs this year, and it has some of the resources and posters that are available for each, so I think it's a great brainstorming tool. Even if you think you know what curriculum you're using or what your church typically uses, I think this is really handy and fun to look at. It kind of makes me feel like a kid at Christmas time. So here is this year's tin. Let's open it up and get started. So if you follow Group on social media, you know that they hinted that this year's tin had a surprise inside. And so the lid has a lion on it, so when you open your lid it roars, which I think is just a super fun little addition, but we'll sit him down so he doesn't keep roaring at us. So at the top we have here the Bible Memory Buddies, all new and designed by you. So in the past, or for the past several years, the Bible Buddies have been attached to a key ring or a carabiner clip, and they are plastic cards that the kids get one each night. I know that I've read online that they have been redesigned for this year so that they can stand up on their own, or still be attached to that carabiner clip. So we actually I design our own Bible Buddies, so we use the same animals that Group uses, but I design cards ourselves that are the size of business cards, and we laminate those, hook them to a carabiner for the kids, just because it's so much less expensive. These are kind of pricey. So I share my templates for free on the blog, so feel free to come back, check those out, and download them if that's something that is of interest to you. Certainly if your budget allows for these, they are fun, and we will see what this year's look like. So they're kind of the weight of a credit card or a thick hotel key card. And you can punch them out. And then they have a little stand that you can also punch out to make them stand up. Your younger kiddos might have trouble putting these together by themselves, since I'm having a little trouble just doing it without practice. And then they do have a little hole you can punch out. Oh, I put it on backwards. There we go. Where you could attach it to your carabiner there. Or up here at the top. So those are cute. I like that they're heavyweight plastic. Like I said, ours are paper that we laminate, so we do laminate them so they last longer, but these are cute. The fronts just have a picture of the animal, and then the back has that day's Bible verse and Bible point. And then the stand, it has the animal's name on it. So those are cute. Again, not something we spend our budget on, but they're cute. I like that they redesigned them to be a stand-up animal. Let's see what else we have. Okay, next we have the digital USB drives. So, if you have not purchased from Group before, or if you have not purchased the starter kit with the digital, I would highly, highly suggest that you do this. This, I will open it. It says breaking the seal means you can't return it. It's okay, I'm not returning it anyway. So this jump drive contains, which is a cute little lion-shaped jump drive, contains basically everything in this kit is on this stick. So what I do, like I said, I'm a volunteer. I do not work full-time for the church. So I just stick this in my bag, and then if I happen to be at work or at home or at church, wherever I am, and someone needs something, typically it's me that needs something, want to look something up, see what day something is, if I need to reprint a leader manual, all I have to do is carry this with me. I don't have to carry anything else from the tin with me. I could carry my binder if I wanted to, but this is really the important thing that contains all of the files that I'm going to need. So it is a little more expensive to get the starter kit that includes the USB drive, but I think it is worth every penny. The other thing is that then if your church is short on storage space and you want to save your curriculum after the fact, you could actually give away or sell or donate your tin full of the print materials and just save this, and then if you ever decided to reuse the Roar VBS curriculum in the future, you could just reprint what you needed from here. So we'll put that guy back in his box so we don't lose him. Next we have the Sing and Play Roar music and the clip art and resources. Again, these will be on the USB drive. Honestly, I typically don't even open these because it's so much easier to use the USB drive. Not to say I don't utilize the resources, because the music is certainly one of the reasons that our church stays with Group is because of the high quality music. But I just find that it's a lot handier on the USB drive. So we have 4 DVDs. We have the Ultimate Director Go-To Training DVD, Decorating Places, Sing and Play, Roar Music, and the KidVid Stories. So I will actually, next time I see our music leader, I will give him the music DVD and the music CD now so that he can start preparing. And then if I need to access copies, I just use the USB. So it's nice to be able to hand those off and not worry about them anymore. I would highly suggest that you watch the DVDs, even if you've done Group VBS for a long time, or even if you've done VBS directing for a long time. There are always fun facts and tips that I pick up from the DVDs, even though I already know what's in the curriculum, even if I've read the books. The DVDs are still super helpful. Let's see, the next thing, coupons. Who doesn't love coupons when you're working with a church budget? So this is coupons from Concordia that are good on all VBS supplies except starter kits. So there is $10 off $100, $25 off $250, and then up to the highest one is $200 off $2,000 order. So definitely we'll save those and use them if we decide to order more supplies. Typically I don't order that many supplies that are published by Group, strictly because of the cost and because I like personalizing our supplies, but it's nice to have that. Next we have the Group Easy VBS catalog. I always have to laugh every time I see easy VBS, because if you've been involved with any VBS ever, you know that easy is probably not a word you would use to describe it, but comparatively speaking, it is easier than a lot of other VBS programs. So this just has a rundown of all of the supplies that they suggest you use, some of the decorating materials, all kinds of stuff. So this is a fun overview. This is our Operation Kid to Kid flyer. Typically our church picks a local ministry to help and be our missions project for the week. So in the past, last year, our church packs Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes. So last year we collected supplies that were collected stuffed animals and bars of soap that were packed into our shoeboxes. The year prior to that, I think we did a food drive for our local soup kitchen. We have done everything from supporting missionaries to a lot of different local organizations that work right in our community. That being said, I did just happen to see a little snippet from Bill Gates on TV this morning, and it highlighted the fact that by 2050, and I'll have to look up this fact to make sure I get it right, but something like 85% of the people worldwide who live in extreme poverty will be living in Africa. So that number is staggeringly high. I certainly think that it is great to help our local missions, and that's usually what I try and focus on. But it's also important to remember that we are very well off in the U.S. and we have the ability to help people not only locally but also worldwide. So this focus this year is on nutrition during the first 2 years of a baby's life. So that is something that I like that the kids could relate to, because it has to do with moms and babies. And then they have a giving tree display here, so that's kind of fun. We don't typically use the Operation Kid to Kid suggested mission, but I'm certainly going to look more into it before I make that decision. The next thing here is the Ultimate Director Go-To Guide, and then there's also a binder so you can stick it in here. My favorite thing about this, honestly, is the fact that it comes with these stickers that you can stick on and they become tab dividers. So I am a fan of organizational systems. I like color coding and highlighting and that kind of thing, so the fact that it comes with tabs already so I don't have to make my own tabs, I love that. So this just goes straight in and then you have everything you need to get started. Next we have a big stack of books. So this is the leader manuals, and about half of them, you can tell they're color coded, are green at the bottom, and they are the elementary station leader manuals, and the other half are the Little Paws preschool manuals. So I will hand these off as I get people who volunteer or agree to lead each station. Then I just hand them the book and give them mostly free rein to take over their station and make it their own. We have a variety of, some station leaders have worked with us for years and years and love personalizing it and taking it and changing it. Some of my volunteers just want me to tell them what to do, and so I provide them with a little more direction. But that's one of the things I love about group, is that you can really personalize the program to what fits your church and your kids. So you will hear me say a lot, oh, here's what group suggests and here's what we do. And you might hear that and think, well, why don't you just find a program that fits more of what you want to do if you're going to change this much? But the truth is that the core of the group curriculum is so powerful, so well done, and the music is such a strong aspect that even though we change lots of little things about the program, the core of the group VBS is always just phenomenal. And so I think it's worthwhile for us to invest the time it takes to change those little things to really fit what's going to work best for us. And honestly, we would probably change things about any program we found, but we really like the format of group VBS, and that it always has really good bones to it. It's not just about the fun. There are always very strong Bible points, very strong core messages that always seem to fit culturally, socially, what's going on in our world right now, what our kids need to hear. So that's just a little soapbox that I have about what we change and what we keep. But we pretty much tailor every station to fit our kids. There are some stations that we skip altogether. We actually cut recreation 2 years ago, strictly out of time. We are a 2-hour program in the evening, so it is a very tight time schedule. And so much of our program is high energy, fun, interactive, that we decided just to test it for a year without recreation, and we really didn't have a single kid complain, which was shocking to me, that no one said, hey, why aren't we playing games? But I think we just have them going so much all night long that we really don't miss out on that aspect, and I think it's more important that we focus. We have a Bible story and a Bible verse station separately, so I think it's more important for us that we get the meatier portion of the evening in and just keep everything fun and high energy, and that way the kids don't miss the fact that they're not getting an official recreation time. Next we have, we're almost down to the end here, Imagination Station. So group, if you're not familiar with group, for Imagination Station, it is sciencey gizmos. So group does not have a craft station any longer. It is these sciencey gizmos, and there are usually 2 experiment type activities that are done in Imagination Station each evening. This is probably the station, this is definitely the station that I do the most modification to. I completely rewrite what we do. We do a lot of crafts still, more than the sciencey gizmos. One reason we do that is just because of cost. These are expensive for the small trinkets that they are. So I try and come up with other activities that still drive home the same message that group presents using their gizmos, but doing it in a different activity. So it is totally plausible if you are on a tight budget. It is totally possible to buy just the kit and not have to buy a bunch of other stuff from group. So when you see the prices of everything and see all the add-ons, don't be scared or frustrated by that. There are certainly options, no matter whether your budget is very, very small or very, very large, whether you have 10 kids or 1,000 kids that attend your Bible school. This program really can be fit to your budget and the size program that you have. So we will, though, look at what group has. I have not seen these yet this year. So day 1 is a tumble drum, which is this little blue guy who says God is good. Not sure what he does. I'll have to read I obviously haven't read the books yet, so we'll see what he's supposed to do. Day 2 is a hungry hoopoe, which is our Bible buddy bird. Day 3 is called Presto Changeo, and it is this little book-looking thing. Day 4 is an optochrome, which looks almost like a spinner top. And day 5 is the disappearing dipper. So it's feels like a playing card with pictures on each side. So again, I will try these out, look at these further, and then I will find alternatives at several price points and several variations of how much work we want to put into it, and share those on Borrow Blessings, so make sure to keep an eye on that. last year was the first year I went to a fun shop, and one of the benefits that I thought of going to the fun shop was that we actually tried out all of this stuff. So that was nice. I don't know that I'll go to a fun shop every year. I don't know that had that much value for me, but it was one of those things that's really nice to go to and experience one time. And it's something I would definitely consider going to again. So if you're not familiar with fun shops, Group puts them on across the U.S. and they are for VBS leaders, directors, station leaders, whoever wants to come out of leadership, to come and experience a day of Bible school and just learn more about the program. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My camera battery died, so I had to go plug in the charger cord. So we just finished talking about the fun shop and the Bible buddies. The next packet we have here are kid-approved favorites. So these are some resources that Group suggests you purchase to use throughout the program. Again, we typically don't buy anything from Group other than the curriculum. So don't be overwhelmed by the amount of add-ons that are available. So let's see what our paper says here. We have the Watch for God wristbands. So Group puts these out every year. They say Watch for God. It's kind of a fun visual reminder of the God sightings that Group talks about. And these are a kid size, although if you have a smaller wrist, they will definitely fit an adult wrist as well, and probably be big on a small kid wrist. So I know there are alternatives to these available as well from other companies. We have the name badges. We typically print our own just on cardstock paper or colored paper, and then we use clear lanyards and name badge holders from Amazon, and that is a lot less expensive than buying these, but these are cute. So there is a little God is Good carabiner hook that your Bible buddies can attach to. Again, these are available from other retailers. They just don't say God is Good. So go with what fits your budget and your needs. Here we have, I'm not sure if you can see through it, but this is one of the t-shirt designs. So I do like this year. It seems like it's a little larger. The past several years it's been a very, very small decal, and it's been 2 of them. So this is just one, but I think it's larger than it has been the past couple years. I have not tried this year's. I have tried past years, and I know in the past I was very unhappy, and I've heard bad reviews from other directors as well about the quality of these and how they washed. So we typically do our own t-shirts. We do not provide t-shirts for everyone. We offer them for sale at cost. I know some churches offer them for sale as a fundraiser, but we just offer them for sale at cost for kids or volunteers or whoever wants to purchase them, but we use our own design. So that's an option though. We have the little air mail where you can put a picture of the kid in and send it to them after Bible school as a follow-up. So I like this idea. We don't purchase this specific item. We typically we take pictures of the kids most nights at the photo booth station. We have a photo booth in our foyer so that when they finish snack, the groups can come out and take group pictures with their crew. Or after Bible school is over each evening for 10 or 15 minutes, I'll hang out with my camera, and families or individuals can come out and take pictures at the photo booth. So some years we use those pictures at the craft station or imagination station on Friday night, and we do some sort of foam picture frame craft typically. Or if we're not using them in crafts, I will still get the pictures printed. Try and get at least one that has every kid in it, whether it's a group shot or an individual shot, just one of every kid. and have them printed out for our Sunday morning Bible school program. That's kind of a little incentive to get kids to come Sunday morning is, hey, we're going to have your pictures that, you know, we took at the photo booth, and so kids enjoy that. And then any kids that don't come to the program, I can mail them their photos with just a little short note that says, thanks for coming to Bible school. So this is an option, certainly not something you have to purchase. We have the Roar Some More Bible book. So group typically makes a book that has the Bible stories and some fun other activities in it. That's what this is. So we do not buy these, but if your budget allows, it might be something that's worth investing in. I would read into it and see. I don't remember exactly how much these cost. I know they're not cheap per kid, but that's an option that group produces. I do like that group produces so many resources that you can use if you want to. It's nice to not have to go look elsewhere if you are someone who doesn't have the time to go hunt down resources here, there, and everywhere. You can just purchase everything from group. This is a sticker sheet that is used by all the kids. It says sometimes there's a preschool only sticker sheet, and so I think we're going to get to that in a minute. But this one, it says, is for the whole herd, so everyone can use this one. These are really bright and colorful, cute stickers. I don't remember exactly how much they cost, but they are very cute. We have the preschool Bible pack sampler. So this costs $2.49 per kid, but then each day they get a little pamphlet that they get to take home. This one has a poster from the Bible story at $2.50 a kid. I don't think it is worth that to us, but it does have a nice summary of the day if you have parents that will look at that when you send it home with their kid, or if you have kids that will get all the way home with it. Next we have a little sampler, Notes from Jesus. Last year there was a similar book to this that was a hardback book. So this one just says that it's the sampler throughout, but these are sweet little notes from Jesus, and then if you choose to purchase them, it is a hardback book, I believe. Yes, hardcover for $8 each. So they do produce that resource. The group puts on a Zoofari, which is a Fall Fest follow-up to the Roar VBS. I think that's really fun if your church does a Fall Fest activity to continue the theme, be able to reuse your decorations and reuse some of your resources and get double the value out of them if you have a storage space to store them until fall. We have a seasonal events kit 2019, so group does kits for all kinds of events. There is an info sheet here on several different books that group puts out. These look like more toddler nursery age books. We have a preteen curriculum, a children's ministry magazine, and group's mission experiences. So this packet is all just advertising of more resources that you can purchase from group that are not affiliated with the Roar VBS. So that is everything that is included in the starter kit. Again, it all comes in this fun tin that you can use to store it in and use for advertising to get your kids excited with a fun little roar. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment or reach out to me. I would love to chat with you about your VBS program and share some of the ideas of what we do and what works for us. And certainly, like I said, this program is nice because it is able to be tailored to fit a lot of different church sizes and church needs. So I hope you have a great Bible school program, whether you use Roar or not. Best of luck to you. Have a great day.